A group of local families hosted a fundraising trail ride this past weekend to support the Canadian Transplant Games, and they shared their remarkable stories with me before hitting the trail.
This is an event to raise money for organ donor awareness and to celebrate the lives of those who have received organs. My husband had a double lung transplant last March, and he wanted to give back. It just feels like living and giving and celebrating. And we thought, since one of his aims was to drive his horses again after the operation, we chose a trail ride. This is on the Iron Horse Trail. It's where the railroad station, your tracks used to run from Elk Point to Heinsberg, but we are just going part of that trail from Heinsberg. We're starting in Heinsberg, going up to Lindbergh to have lunch, and then turn around and come back here.
I'm associated with the Canadian Transplant Association by having a lung transplant, a double lung transplant, in March 13th of last year. There's a lot of people like me that are very lucky and got new lungs and doing very good. And not only that, people getting kidneys and livers and hearts and a lot of things besides skin and tissue and stuff like that. Like my grandson had 80% of his body burnt when he was 5 years old, and he got skin and tissue, and he's doing really well. He's here today, and just feel that I should support, or we're going to support that, and get the known fact that we need donors, because there's people dying every day because there's no donor.
Well, I've known Morris for years. I grew up here and moved away, and then I met him again when I got my lung transplant. It's a miracle. It gave me a second chance at life. I was on oxygen, couldn't do hardly anything, and they called me in, and I got a new set of lungs in July. So it's been 9.5 months, and look at me now. You know, it's just unbelievable, the difference. It's like I said, it's a miracle. And this is what we're working towards, so other people can feel the same way that I do.
Oh, it's just been a remarkable journey, absolutely. It's a life thing that you never thought would ever happen to you, but now that it did, it's something that's just been wonderful, absolutely.
Well, I had a lung transplant 3 years ago, and shortly after I returned home, a minister friend of mine and of Morris's had introduced the two of us together. Morris was waiting for his transplant, and that's kind of how I got adopted into their family, and that I was kind of given more support for his pre-transplant there.
When it was first brought up to me, I didn't think it was a good idea. Like, I didn't think you should live in somebody else's parts. But as I talked to people, and then I talked to the minister, Sam Donaldson, and Tom Matthews, he just had a lung transplant, and they were the ones that told me to go ahead and get it done. And so I went to boot camp, where they condition you and teach you how to lose weight, and that's a 6-week course or whatever. And then I waited for 9 months. And it kind of, in your own mind, you kind of give up, you know, and all of a sudden that phone call came, and it came at 9:30 in the morning. And she said, "I have 2 lungs for you." And I just sat there, I didn't say nothing. And she asked me if I was still there, and I said, "Yes." Do you want to accept these lungs? And I said, "Yes."
My grandpa, he got new lungs, and I'm really happy that he's still alive.
He can run with us now, and he doesn't have to sit at home, and he can't move very good. He can come with us wherever we go now.
After the break, we'll find out just how big the need is for organ donors.